Konnichiwa, what's up, Mina fuckers? Welcome to the start of KUYASHIIT Japanese, where I teach you words to disturb and disgust your Japanese peers. If you came here to learn proper Japanese, prepare to be disappointed. Today, we're talking about farts. That's right, you heard me. Farts. In a previous lesson video, I was only partially joking about teaching Japanese fart words. But enough of you asked for it, and I have enough knowledge to make an entire video about the subject. For fart sounds in English, you have poot, and toot, and parp, and brap, and but those are just sounds that don't tell exactly what type of fart was ripped. In Japanese, their fart words are far more intricate. For example, there's a word for bubbly farts, and one for rumbly farts. Don't ask me why that's the case in Japanese, I'm more curious about why English is missing that level of detail. After all, everybody farts. Well, except me. I'm virtual. This is the kanji for fart, but you're more likely to see it written in kana. The word for fart is onara, which I've been told comes from narasu, which can mean to make a sound. By giving it the O prefix, it roughly means an honorable sound. I suppose that's a polite term for it. Another way to say it in Japanese is he. Yes, he, like in he, because you can't even mention farts without laughing. Such a beautiful language. Speaking of, take a look at this Edo period masterpiece, Heigasen, or Fart Battle. It's believed to be satire and political commentary during its time, but I think it's still pretty fucking funny. No! Moving on, let's get on to those fart noises I've been talking about. By the way, because I'm virtual and capable of producing my own farts, and because I just can't be asked to build a collection of different fart recordings, I'll spare your ears from the actual thing while I try to teach you each word. Instead, I'll just clumsily try to read and describe each one. First, we have the classic poo and boo. These represent the popping noise of a fart. If your fart has a hiss following the pop, that's a boo-s. For a fluffier fart, it's more like a boo-fu. For a bubbly fart, that one goes booty booty. If it's more of a wet sound, that's berry berry. If it's a deep, rumbly fart, that one's a heavier boo. If it's a tighter, squeakier fart, then that one's a poo-cue. There's also another similar fart that's like a whistle. Maybe you know what I'm talking about. The one that goes boo-ee. If you have one of those farts that starts with a deep rumble, but ends on a high note, that's a boo-bee fart. There's also a word for those quiet farts, usually the ones you're trying to hide. There's ska, with the whisper, and the s when you expel two quiet ones. The act of sneaking out a fart has its own term, skashipe, with a literal meaning of transparent fart. Laying out a stealth fart sounds like a ninja technique, doesn't it? Skashipe no jutsu! Or one-cheek sneak technique. If you think that's bad, there's a technique called nigiripe. Its literal meaning is grasping the fart. It involves farting directly into your cupped hand and bringing it to your victim's nose. Give it a try. I'm sure your friends will love you for it. Lastly, I will teach you some Japanese sayings that involve farts. He hitotsu wa kusuri senpuku ni mukau. A single fart is equivalent to 1,000 doses of medicine. Itachi no saigo be. The weasel's final fart. It means a final desperate attempt. This refers to a cornered weasel resorting to using its fart as a last-ditch effort to escape. He wo hite shiri subome. Farting, then clenching your butt. There's no point clenching your butt when you've already farted. In other words, trying to prevent something that has already happened is pointless, and so is trying to act innocent about it. You can't hide your fart after it slips out, but you can blame it on someone else. Which brings to mind one last thing. Heoi Bikuni. They were servants that served young noblewomen, and their job was to take the blame when their mistress farted in front of others, to help them save face. Heoi Bikuni roughly translates to fart-bearing nun. I'll conclude this video here. A lot of you asked for it. Now if you'll sue me and excuse me, there's a video I owe due to losing another bet. Ugh. If there's anyone still watching that actually knows Japanese, 俺の日本語が下手くそで、すまん。